Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So today I am going to be talking about the 2004 Punisher film, which I consider to be the best film adaptation. Obviously, the best on-screen adaptation is Jon Bernthal's Punisher in the Netflix series, which was just incredible watch. But the out of the three main films they have made, which are 89, 2004, and Warzone, this is easily the strongest of them, which there can be an argument made against this, but I'm not going to make that argument because it's wrong. The 2004 Punisher film stars, Thomas Jane as Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, with him seeking vengeance for the murder of his wife and children, which is really fucked up, but hey, it's Frank's origin story every time because it works. Frank Castle is. Halo is still there. Frank Castle is a wonderfully done character. I'm gonna set out the show just to have something Punisher related in the background. Never mind, that's wedged in there. Um, this film is really great. It's got a good cast, like Thomas Jane again, John Travolta in the role of not Jigsaw as the central antagonist, and uh, yeah, this is a really weird movie because they created an entirely new antagonist who has not been in any of the comics to be the main villain. It also has some forgotten villains from the comics, like Harry Heck, who is played in this film by actual musician Mark Colley, who does a surprisingly good job. Um, on top of that, there is also the Russian. He's more memorable. Who the actor portraying the Russian was famously stabbed on the set of this film with an actual knife, and just kept acting because he's that cool. I mean, this film is good, but it's not great. It's like a 7 out of 10, I'd say, in my humble opinion, and I'm being nice to it because I just love the character of Frank Castle, and Thomas Jane does a good job, a better job than Dolph Lundgren or the guy who played him in Warzone. The 2004 Punisher, this is probably the only film adaptation I'm going to talk about because there'll just be a lot of shit talk if I review the other two. More on Warzone, but that's a different story. Punisher 2004 is kind of a weird take on the character because he's definitely very vengeance oriented and very pissed off this entire film. I mean, Thomas Jane is doing his best, and he's doing a pretty good job. The acting is pretty good. It's not perfect. Even if you have some big names, it's still not going to be perfect. But it's still a pretty fun watch. It's got some good action sequences. It's overall a pretty enjoyable film. I've just realized I'm talking about two things that came out in 2004 back to back. That's cool. This film it's a classic to some. It's a shit show to others. I personally consider it to be kind of enjoyable. Still not perfect. But now I want to take a brief talk about the weird short film that they did. This will be like a minute long talk at most. Punisher Dirty Laundry, where Thomas Jane's Punisher puts his laundry in and then goes and talks to Ron Perlman, who owns a store. And this is just actual Ron Perlman, not in like a role totally. He definitely owns a store, and beats up a group of gangsters that are like threatening a child, and drops the worst line of dialogue. And if I had the editing skills necessary, which I used to have a good software but I no longer do, I would totally edit it in where he just looks at this dude and he's just like, you know what the difference is between I don't even remember what the fuck he exactly says, but it's the dumbest quote on planet Earth. Punisher Dirty Laundry is not good, but for a short film, 5 out of 10. Um, the guy who the Punisher beats up is giving it his all. But still, this film isn't great. It's not a great short film. The original film is good, but for the most part, not great. So, that's my opinion. If you enjoyed this, go watch my other content. I've done a bit. And, yeah.